Guys, welcome back to my channel. So by today's video, y'all already know I'm coming back with a makeup tutorial. So if y'all bitches want to learn how to do your makeup, keep on watching and keep on learning. Okay guys, so what I've been using for my eyebrows first, this is the Bella Brow Lamination. So I grabbed this from my local beauty supply store, which is Taste of Glam Cosmetics. It's somewhere in like the north side area, you guys. They have everything. When I say everything, they have everything from like Beauty Creations, Moira, Bell, like a bunch of brands that you see like on TikTok Shop or like do you see online. They carried it in stores and so many other things. They even have like their own little brand. So this is by far my favorite brow gel at the moment. As you can see, it says lamination. It literally gives you lamination brows. The only thing I will say, it probably does get a little bit white after a while, but I just don't apply that much. And the reason why I like to apply this gel is because it holds and tames my brows all day. Since I already have like, you know, eyebrows or whatever, eyebrow hairs, I just like to keep them in place. So what I do is just I coat them down with gel. And if I want to fill them in, I can, but since like I said, I already have brow hairs, and I usually like to do my eyebrows like threaded. That way whenever I clean up my brows or I do my makeup, they look clean. So as you can see right here, I'm just combing them. I only went in once and using the product, so I'm not going in twice unless it's needed. So this does dry down very fast, you guys, so I try to work with it quickly before it dries down. And it's not helping that the freaking air is on, so, I mean the fan, but like so. This is my favorite eyebrow. I don't really fuck with this one. This was my favorite one, but whatever. Conceal underneath my eyebrows, I'm just gonna be using the Anastasia concealer. This is super full coverage, and this is in the shade number 2. This is the, I think, the third lightest color, but I just like to apply this as like my eyeshadow base and underneath my eyebrows, because whenever I use a lighter shade of concealer, it makes my eyeshadow. So I'm also, like I said, gonna bring it down to my eyelid, because that's what I like to use as my base for the eyeshadows to pop. And it also conceals your eyelids. So say if you're doing like a colorful eyeshadow, you want to conceal your eyelids, especially because we have little veins and discoloration around the eyes, which makes the eyeshadow not pop out because it's obviously darker than the rest of our skin or the eyeshadow colors, so they won't pop. So as you can see, now that we have that base underneath, it will make the eyeshadow colors pop even more. So going with this one, this is the Tape Shape Concealer in Fair Light Neutral, and I'm gonna use this right underneath my eyebrows to conceal them. I'm gonna get a flat brush just like this. As you can see, I'm gonna try to pinch it from both sides to get it as flat and even as possible, like so. So you see that little flat part. I'm gonna grab some concealer and I'm gonna start lining underneath my eyebrows and following my natural shape. And you see how defined it makes your eyebrows even without having to fill them in. Get the other one, have it as flat as possible, and just start cleaning your eyebrows right underneath. Really just cleaning them up, you guys. Like that. So now that they're already shaped, as you can see, sometimes I like to fill them in. It depends on what look I'm going for, but if I want to go for like more natural look day or whatever, I don't really fill them in. I just apply the brow gel and apply the concealer and call it a day, and it just looks clean, you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna use a fluffy brush like this, and I'm gonna just pat in the concealer to blend it out and make sure it doesn't dry down or create any harsh lines. And for in front of the brows, I like to just like stroke it up lightly and slowly so you don't mess up the eyebrows and you don't have like a harsh line, you know what I mean? It's all blending into one. And you just want to pack in you don't want to go back and forth because you don't want to create like any streakiness. So what I like to do is just pat it in. You're gonna just tap 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 and pat it in. you're gonna just pat. My favorite technique of makeup is literally just patting, because you're not moving the product around, you're just making sure all the coverage is still there while blending at the same time. So that's why I wanted to come with you guys and give you an actual tutorial of how I do my makeup, because I feel like y'all can just observe and see, but explaining it is two different things, you know what I mean? And then I have a pinche pimple right here que nunca se me quiso ir, so it's just there, okay? It like created a family there, and it's just growing more and more pimples on top. But neither here or there. Now that we have that done, I usually like to go in with my eyeshadow after I'm done concealing. Pero like, no sé qué quiero hacer, because I am filming a Shein haul, you guys. And it's like a fall haul. So I don't know if I should do like a smoky eye. Which I never like to do because I don't like how smoky eyes look on me. But I'm kind of feeling a smoky eye. So, with that being said, I think that's what we're going to do. This palette that y'all know is my tried and true one I always use. I've actually been having this palette for like 2 years, I think now. But it has like everything you need, from like pinks to brown tones to dark shades. You have all your pigments, and like you can see it has hit pan because it was my favorite. And this is by the Nude Persuasion palette by Believe Beauty. I think they're actually having a sale also, so I need to go pick up another one because this is already worn out. But make sure you have no harsh lines with your eyeshadow. Okay, I think I'm gonna first go in with this shade right here because it gives very much fall vibes, and that's in the shade Sepia. I'm using a Cala brush, crease brush by Cala in 515. It's just a blending brush, and I'm gonna just like pack it in. Like I said, to set your concealer, you want to pat in first. That way your concealer and your eyeshadow doesn't mix together, and you're also setting it, which makes the concealer set and it becomes matte and it won't move around or slide anywhere. So I like to set it first. Make sure you don't have any harsh lines. If you do, just go in and blend. Make sure you just pack it on first. And I'm gonna create like a sunset smoky eye, so I like to go in first with the lightest shade, and then I'm gonna go in with the dark shade. Okay, now we're gonna... Okay. Another brush, okay? This is by Lurella and LC12. What I do with this brush is just blend those edges. Does this have any eyeshadow in it? Because if it does, it's gonna mess this up. So yeah, like I said, all you're doing is just blending those edges first. You're not applying any color, you're just blending the color that we already added. You're gonna go in circular motions, like so. You see? You guys, what I really like to tell my students in my classes is, since I know it might look like I'm doing it quickly because I'm already like used to doing my eyeshadow and how to work with my eyes and how to blend, it might look pretty like if I'm going pretty fast or I'm not taking my time. But when you're first starting out eyeshadow, I like to go in lightly, you guys, and just pack and blend. So I would follow the same steps that I'm doing like at least like 5 times, because I don't want to go in so harshly at first or apply one color so harsh or super pigmented and then I can't blend it out, or even if I'm blending it out, it blends out everywhere. So it just looks like if I just packed on one eyeshadow and blended them all together and it smeared and it looked like patchy. So what I would give you guys, my best advice is to make sure you have control over your eyeshadow, work slowly and work your way up with the eyeshadow colors, because it's so easy to blend them in together and now you have one color of all 3 colors that you added. So like I said, I like to start off by building them, and less is more always. So start off by going very light-handed. And yeah, with eyeshadow, guys, like I know a lot of people told me all the time when like they want to take my classes, they're like, well, I really want to learn is eyeshadow and how you do eyeshadow. What I tell them is you just have to make sure you are taking your time and having patience, you guys, because if you don't have patience with your eyeshadow, you're gonna get frustrated and then you're gonna want to just take it all off. And I know that's how it was for me when I started, so I know the feeling. But if that's something that you really want to learn, you guys, it takes time and patience. And even if you don't have the time to do it every day or practice every day, just do it every time that you can, or when you have a free time, and just practice. Because sooner or later it's gonna become just a habit, and you're gonna get the hang of it very easily, just like how I do it. And that's how I just ended up learning. Like sometimes I would be like late at night, like if I have nothing to do or if I'm not out or anything, I would just sit down, practice a makeup look, and just be in my own zone. I feel like doing your makeup can be very therapeutic. So practice at home and take your time and be very patient, because learning makeup can be easy, but it also is. Hold on, let me blend these colors together. You see, this is why I don't like doing eyeshadow smoky eyes on me, because I already feel like it's looking weird. How am I gonna give y'all advice and it's over here looking weird? Hold up, don't come for me. And whenever you pack it on, then you'll go in and blend. So let me do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just finished this look off camera because I didn't know what I was gonna do. But basically I just ended up adding like a little bit of eyeliner on top, and then I also added these Beauty Creations liquid liners, glitter liners, and this one's in the shade Sensual Glitter. It's so pretty, like look at those, so nice, especially for the holidays. And then I applied my primer, which is my favorite right now. It's the NYX face glue. And then I ended up adding the Bright Light Face Glow foundation, the shade Fair 1, or Light actually, Glam Light. And these lashes are from Shein, but they're pissing me off. So I'm gonna add this foundation. This is Fiji by NARS. No, it's my shade, yeah. And I'm just gonna dot a little bit all over my face, just because I don't want to do too much, especially because I'm just gonna be filming videos. But usually if I'm like gonna step out or something, or it's more at nighttime, I will add like a full pump of foundation. I mean more foundation than this. And then I'm just gonna bring it down. I know it looks crazy right now, you guys. I know, just wait, okay? Don't judge so easily. The concealer, I just used the Shape Tape again. And then now I'm going with the Pinky Rose palette in the number 2, which is, I think this is the light medium palette, and it's the cream contour. So I'm just going back with the flat brush, and wherever I want to contour or cream bronze is where I'm going to apply it. So I like to apply it to my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, on my forehead, and then I'm just going to blend it out. That's why I said, even if the foundation is a little bit too light, whenever you bronze and powder and all of that, it comes in and takes care of all that you did. This is the Menage flat face brush. I like to use to blend out my creams. I'm gonna go in with this Hourglass concealer in the shade Oats. I've been trying out like new makeup, you guys, just because I just like trying new makeup as a makeup artist, because you never know what's good out there. Set with this Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've been blending out my concealer with these little powder puffs. You could get these like on Shein for like a whole pack of like 20 or like $3, or on Amazon for a little bit more, and also a pack. But you definitely need these because these are game changers for your makeup, you guys. I've been trying to learn new techniques also, because you can never stop learning beauty, okay? Never. I don't know if it's just it doesn't work for me, but that concealer always makes me crease a lot. So I don't know if it's just me. I think it makes it like emphasizes like my under eyes. So I'm just gonna set the rest of my face with that powder also. I'm gonna use this bronzer from Juvia's Place in medium, and this is another Menage brush pointed brush, and I'm just gonna use this to apply the bronzer. So everywhere I applied the cream contour is where I applied my blush and bronzer. Pero hoy no hice blush, nomás hice bronzer. Sometimes I would heavily like contour my nose, but I don't really contour my nose today, so whatever. Next, these two blushes. This is by House of Labs in coral and dragon fruit. So I'm gonna mix these two with the same brush that we used to apply bronzer. And I like to smile to see where I want to apply like my blush placement. A little bit on my nose, or one, literally just a little bit, and tap that off. Very much a lot. This is very pigmented, so be careful. This is literally with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I just like to go in with a very flat but fluffy brush, and I go in underneath my eyes on to my blush, just in case if like I just added a lot of brush right now. I'm just gonna like sweep it off and blend it in, you know what I mean, so it could look softer. You see? Okay, so I'm just adding like this gold inner corner shimmer shade by the same palette, which is this one, the one that I already told you is my favorite, so I need to purchase another one. I'm gonna go underneath my eyebrow and also apply that. Look how beautiful. Go in with this Urban Decay Moon Dust shadow. This is the glittery ones, and this is in the shade Space Cowboy, and I'm just gonna top this off on top of my shadow, just because I don't really like smoky eyes, you guys, and I feel like it's just not going with me. So I'm gonna just top it off with a little bit of glitter, just so it can be a little bit of me. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. Look at that. Yeah, perfect. I just feel like it needed something different on it. Okay, also guys, you see the difference that black eyeliner does? So I add a black eyeliner to this side of my eye, and this one has nothing, so it opens it more, but this one closes it off and it just looks more sultry. So I like to just go in with a gel black liner, which I use the liner in 22, which is my favorite. It's matte, it's waterproof, and it stays on all night. And I just go in with a thin paintbrush like this, and I add it underneath my eye. Like so. Look how pretty. It makes your eyes,